Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So Khelif has filed a lawsuit over alleged cyberbullying. The lawsuit was filed in Paris, and Khelif's lawyer, Nabil Boudai, has confirmed that J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk have been named in the lawsuit. And Paris public prosecutors have confirmed that there is a cyberbullying probe underway at the moment. So this brings a criminal aspect into this lawsuit. So the first fight involved Italian boxer Angela Carini. And as you remember, she was very emotional after forfeiting the fight after about 2 punches. She said, "I'm out." And this tugged at people's heartstrings and also made people very angry to see that the IOC were putting female athletes through this in the first place. Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling wade into the story like everybody else. J.K. Rowling said that Khelif was, quote, "enjoying the distress of a woman he has just punched in the head." And Elon Musk shared Riley Gaines' post, which simply said, "Men don't belong in women's sports." Speaking of competing in women's boxing, Khelif said, "I am fully qualified to take part in this competition. I'm a woman like any other woman. I was born a woman. I have lived as a woman. I competed as a woman. There is no doubt about that." And that was it. The IOC said the same thing, and everybody else just went along with that, asserting the narrative that this person was born a woman. And what happened was a lot of people were denying the Y in the room. They were denying that this person has XY chromosomes, implying that the tests conducted by the IBA were somehow fabricated or illegitimate, without any evidence of that whatsoever. Now we're at a point where people are kind of moving away from denying the Y chromosome, but are now saying that the chromosome doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
People ignored the testing completed by the IBA. They ignored the fact that a disqualification was assessed by the Court of Arbitration, which independently reviews these cases, and they concluded that the results were valid. They concluded that the testing and a disqualification was justified. Khelif began an appeal against the decision, but withdrew it. Neither Khelif nor Ju Ting contested the decision in the end. So it became legally binding. So now we have this lawsuit that has been filed. And my question to Khelif is, why don't you put all this energy into proving that you're female? It would be a lot less effort. A simple cheek swab, your own tests that you could conduct by a doctor of your choice and present the findings to debunk what the IBA has concluded. Why not put all your energy into that instead of trying to punish people for saying that XY chromosomes make somebody male? Even Khelif's own coach revealed that the tests showed that there was a problem with chromosomes and a problem with hormones. The coach also revealed that Khelif met with an endocrinologist, and the endocrinologist didn't dispute the findings of the tests, but instead put Khelif on testosterone suppressants, something you would not have to do if somebody was born a woman. So Khelif unveiled a new look last week, appearing on Beauty Code's Instagram page. Sporting a look we've never seen before. We're used to seeing Khelif wearing boxing gloves, as the video first showed, but then we saw Khelif sporting loose curls and a lot of makeup. And some people actually had the audacity to say, look, there you see, this person is a woman. I mean, apparently all you need to do is curl your hair and put on some makeup. And that proves you're a woman and is rightfully competing against female athletes in boxing. Khelif also sat down for an interview shortly after winning the gold medal and condemned politicians who Khelif says were spreading a narrative that Khelif is trans.
نقول هذو السياسيين اللي انهم ظلموني ما عندهمش حق انهم يقولوا عليا اني متحول جنسي. هذا شيء عيب وعيب كبير لعائلتي وشرف عائلتي وشرف الجزائر ونساء الجزائر وخاصة العالم العربي. العالم كله يعرف اني انا بنت مسلمة.
The people who have been gaslighting us and lying on behalf of this person must have had a huge wake-up call to hear Khelif speak so negatively about such a label. Khelif said, "These politicians who are oppressing me do not have the right to say, I'm a transgender. This is a big shame for my family, for the honor of my family, for the honor of Algeria, for the women of Algeria, and especially the Arab world. So Khelif claims to have suffered fear over social media posts, including that of Trump and Elon Musk. Yes, of course, Trump's name has to come up here. So the lawsuit alleges aggravated cyber harassment. These are the penalties that people such as J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk may face. So these sort of offences come with prison sentences that range from 2 to 5 years and fines between £26,000 and £39,000. Those prosecuted for online hate speech could be fined between £64,000 to £214,000. The lawyer said the lawsuit was filed as part of Khelif's fight for justice, dignity, and honour. So the lawsuit is actually against X as opposed to Elon personally. It has been filed against unknown persons in accordance with French law. The lawyer said that this is to ensure that the prosecutors can sue whoever needs to be sued, that they have enough range to go for whoever falls under the umbrella of harassment against this client. So all people, including those who shared hateful messages under pseudonyms, Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling, Trump, are all mentioned. So they want the authorities to investigate whoever they deem necessary to be investigated. And this is a lawsuit that has been filed in France, as we know, but people overseas can be affected potentially.
So you can have a document saying you're a woman, but you still have those benefits from your height, your weight, your lung capacity, your ability in boxing, your ability to punch 2.5 times harder than a woman, and things like that. But this is very different because we don't actually know for certain, other than what's been put out of the International Boxing Association, exactly what the situation is with both this Algerian and of course the Taiwanese fighter as well, who both won gold. But it is believed that they were sort of basically intersex, that they were born with not really easily identifiable sexual organs when they were born, and both were raised as girls. But actually, when testing was done, they established that actually they had male chromosomes, and they've been mistakenly raised as girls. They are men.
Well, if they have the condition that Caster Semenya has, and we know about that because of Semenya taking it to the courts and everything was published, then they would be babies who were thought to be girls or who had ambiguous genitals when they were born, registered as girls, but would have gone through a full male puberty. And at that point, all would have become clear. And you're right, we don't know about these two. The reason we don't know is because they've insisted that no one's allowed to say. So when the International Boxing Association held a press conference to try and shed some light on this, they announced that they had been warned in writing by the National Olympic Committees of these boxers' countries not to reveal the test results that they had obtained. So I think we have to remember that this could be all cleared up. If this is a simple matter of confusion and these really are women, it would be very easy for them to resolve that.
Yeah, I mean, they're really easy tests. I mean, you don't even need a blood test or a major, science lab dedicated for months. You can just do a swab of the cheek, can't you?
Yeah, that's right. And there are people, particularly if they come from countries or rural areas in countries where they don't have good access to healthcare, there are babies who are erroneously registered as girls. And when they grow up, it all becomes clear. Yeah. And I think there's enough anecdotal evidence from other boxers, particularly women, having boxed with these two, and not just at the Olympics, but previously, to tell us that something is amiss.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I doubt very much the likes of Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling are going to be swayed by this. I don't think you're going to stop speaking out about this.
So France's Office for the Fight Against Crimes Against Humanity and Hate Crime are investigating cyber harassment based on gender, public insults based on gender, public incitement to discrimination and public insults on the basis of origin. However, legal scholar Matthias Salas said that the lawsuit has, quote, no legal chance of success because the alleged offences were, quote, not committed in France. And Riley Gaines said, since J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk are being sued by Imane Khelif, I wanted to take the opportunity to remind you that females don't have a Y chromosome.
You know, the medical terms, what they tell me, you know, my testosterone, you know, being born, you know, without the uterus, you know, being born with internal testicles, those don't make me less a woman. It's just the differences that I was born with, and I embrace them.
And in the case of Caster Semenya, who filed a lawsuit against World Athletics, I believe, when that lawsuit was filed, a lot of medical information about this person was divulged. And that's how we found out that this person has XY chromosomes. So I think it's kind of a sketchy game to be playing. You know, you file lawsuits, information about you will be divulged. And you have to be willing to take that risk when you file such lawsuits. And Julia Hartley Brewer, she said the only bully in here is one of a woman forced to endure punches 3 times the force of her own. She said, not that I don't have empathy for Khelif. We can only imagine the trauma of being raised as a girl and then finding out you are actually male. But whatever sympathy I may have had for Khelif is dwarfed by what I have for the women he has punched in the face. So we shall see the outcome of this lawsuit. Personally, I don't see it going anywhere, especially as information has to come out. Information that these boxers have made clear they don't want coming out. The reason why the IBA hasn't given more details is because legally they can't. And that was allegedly at the request of these 2 boxers. So filing lawsuits is only going to ensure that people are going to dig deeper and investigate what you potentially don't want people knowing. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and God willing, I will see you in the next video.